4 minutes. That's just fine. Play? You start, okay.
Good afternoon. Let us pray. God of many names, we gather today in recognition of the fulfillment of the hopes and dreams of our graduates to educate their minds and deepen their characters. Help them to remember that who they have become is a reflection of your love and the love of those who have nurtured and cared for them along the way. May all they have learned about life at Rockford University empower them as they approach their first jobs or enter graduate school. May the words of their mentors dispel the darkness of confusion in their hearts on their toughest days and echo in their souls as they celebrate their victories in life. Foster in all of us present here today a lifelong thirst for learning and protect us from the arrogance of believing that we have ever learned enough. Give us the courage and strength to live fully our values so that the gifts you have given us will be used for the good of all humankind. We ask your blessing upon our celebration today as we now weave the shining threads of our newest alumni into the rich tapestry of Rockford University. Amen. Please remain standing as the vocal collective leads us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Jim Keeling, and I serve as the chair of the Rockford University Board of Trustees. On behalf of the entire Board of the Trustees of the Rockford University, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome you to our 163rd commencement exercise. Graduates, much hard work has been accomplished in order for you to be here on this special day. Now it's time to take a deep breath, look around at these beautiful historic surroundings in the Coronado Theater. Take a moment to mark this occasion in your mind. It is indeed your time to be proud. Parents and friends, we thank you for your support of these remarkable students. Your contribution to their successes has not gone unnoticed. Students, graduates, along with your family and friends, the Rockford University family is also very proud of you. We offer our collective and sincere congratulations to you today. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the president of Rockford University, Dr. Eric Fulcomer.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you for being here with us to celebrate this momentous day. And this is my first time as president, and I don't know if this is a hazing activity or not, but as I walked in, I was given a note to read. If you drove here in a black Ford Crown Victoria with license plate MOMENOR, it is running in the parking garage across the street. So you might want to turn that off if that's your car. I want to give my thanks to Professors Elaine Sharp and Tim Adams, the City of Rockford Pipe Band, the Rockford Chamber Players Brass Quintet for contributing to our ceremony with words of inspiration and beautiful music. Joining me on stage to my left are Elaine Sharp, who provided the invocation, Bern Sunstedt, alumnus from the class of 1977 and Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Dr. Mary Weeks Baxter, Andrew H. Sherritt, College Professor, Professor of English, and Faculty Chair. Chair of the Board of Trustees, Jim Keeling, whom we've just met, Dr. Belinda Holeben, Vice President and Provost, and our distinguished commencement speaker, Barbara Pierce Bush. It is customary at these ceremonies to honor retiring faculty members that have met certain requirements by conferring upon them faculty emeritus status.
The university lost a dear colleague and friend, Professor Gary Lubert, on May 16, 2016. Gary was an exceptional educator, devoted to his students and selfless in his service. He was a true inspiration to us all, refusing to let his battle with cancer change his effervescent look on life. Cancer took him, but on Gary's term. Last year's commencement ceremonies took place on May 15th. Gary passed away the next day. Commencement is a time to celebrate the promise and the hope of bright futures. Gary was not about to interfere with graduation day. We are pleased to welcome members of Gary's family here with us today as we formally recognize Gary's distinguished service to Rockford University. The International Accreditation Council for Business Education, of which our Peary School of Business programs are accredited, presents annually the Frank V. Mastriani Education Leader of the Year Award, honoring individuals who are exemplary higher education leaders and who have made significant contributions to an institution of higher education. Awarded for the first time posthumously, it is my distinct honor to be able to announce that the 2017 Frank V. Mastriani Education Leader of the Year Award is Professor Gary Lubert. Gary's brother Joe and sister Barb will accept the award. Please join us on the stage. Additionally, it is my honor to recognize Professor Gary Lubert posthumously with the status of Associate Professor Emeritus of Economics, Business, and Accounting.
In honor of Professor Lubert and by the power vested in me by the trustees of Rockford University, I confer posthumously the title of Associate Professor Emeritus of Economics, Business, and Accounting with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
President Folkemer. I now present to you Jeff Farrenwald for the status of Associate Professor Emeritus of Economics, Business, and Accounting. Professor Farrenwald, in your 29 years of teaching and service to Rockford University, you have empowered your students to explore, to think broadly and creatively so as to discover their true passion, going beyond the confines of textbooks or classrooms and into the world, ensuring that knowledge and theory intersect with valuable skills that prepare your students for meaningful contributions in their professions and communities. We recognize you today for the exuberance that you have brought to your discipline and for your distinguished service to the university.
Professor Farrenwald, by the power vested in me by the trustees of Rockford University, I am pleased to confer upon you the title of Associate Professor Emeritus of Economics, Business, and Accounting with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
Dr. Folkemer. At this time, I would like to present to you Dr. David Sietsma, Professor of History for Faculty Emeritus status. Professor Sietsma, throughout your notable 32 years at Rockford University, you have made the enormity of lessons learned from civilizations past necessary and relevant to the success of our students' future. We recognize you today for the passion that you have brought to your discipline and for your distinguished service to the university.
Dr. Sietsma, by the power vested in me by the trustees of Rockford University, I am pleased to confer upon you the title Professor Emeritus of History with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining.
Dr. Folkemer, at this time, I would like to present to you Dr. Donald Martin, Professor of Classics for Faculty Emeritus status. Professor Martin, your incredible 47 years of teaching and service to the university and its students is simply impossible to quantify. Generations of young and eager minds have been enriched not only by your incredible command of your discipline, but perhaps even more so by your incredible humanity. Beloved and revered by every student and colleague you have encountered, you have set and met the highest of standards to which all educators should aspire. It is our distinct honor to recognize you today for your unparalleled dedication and meritorious service.
Dr. Martin, by the power vested in me by the trustees of Rockford University, I am pleased to confer upon you the title of Professor Emeritus of Classics with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining.
Dr. Fulcomer, at this time, I would like to present to you Dr. Belinda Holben, Professor of Psychology for Faculty Emerita status. Professor Holben, your 23-year tenure has been distinguished by your selfless dedication to your students, to your colleagues, and to the university. Understanding the inherent benefit your students gain by infusing real-world experiences that connect theory and practice has been a hallmark of your exemplary career. Serving in key leadership roles like faculty trustee, as the first director of the Jane Addams Center for Civic Engagement, psychology department chair, and most recently in accepting the responsibility of interim provost, you have done each with wholehearted commitment, masterful skill, and grace. It is with great pleasure that we honor you today for the immeasurable and inspirational impact you have made on all you have encountered. We are forever grateful for your service, your leadership, and your friendship.
Dr. Holben, by the power vested in me by the Rockford University Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the title Professor Emerita of Psychology with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. We are incredibly fortunate to have Barbara Pierce Bush, CEO and co-founder of Global Health Corps, join us today. We extend a warm welcome to her as our distinguished guest and look forward to her message to our graduates. Barbara is one of only 2 living individuals to have both a grandfather and father who served as President of the United States, the other individual being her sister, Jenna. The experiences her family lineage has provided are literally like no one else's on the planet, except for Jenna. While having access to see the world in all of its beauty and splendor, conversely, her parents did not shield her from seeing its despair. Barbara shares that it was a trip to Uganda with her father in 2003 that inspired her to focus on healthcare. Seeing the human toll AIDS was taking on the people of that nation forever changed her and drove her passion to find a way to do something that could enact meaningful change. What will this world become if no one is brave enough to address the inequity, to support the basic rights of the human condition? There is a poignant connection between Miss Bush and her evolving legacy with that of our most recognized alumnae, Jane Addams, graduate of the class of 1881, founder of modern social work, advocate for equal rights, and who went on to win the Nobel Peace Prize in 1931. More than a century separates Jane Addams' visit to the London slums, where she was deeply moved and troubled by the sight of society's starving outcasts fighting over rotten produce meant to be trash, and that of Barbara's visit to Uganda. Yet they share a kindred spirit in their desire not just to have empathy for those in need, but to work creatively and fight for every person's right to a healthy and dignified life. So, it is quite fitting to have Barbara here today. The beginnings of what was to become the Global Health Corps took root from that formative trip to Uganda in 2003. Founded in 2009, Global Health Corps recruits and selects highly qualified applicants with diverse skill sets to work with high-impact organizations in year-long paid positions. The Corps' vision embraces a philosophy of active problem-solving and partnership that is designed to bring about real and sustained progress in the fight against the world's health problems. It is fascinating work, and we thank Barbara for taking time today to share more in her address to us entitled, "One Person Can Make a Difference, Confronting Today's Global Health Challenges." Please help me welcome Barbara Pierce Bush.
Thank you. A big thank you to Dr. Fulcomer for a lovely introduction. My sister and we always joke, I don't know, are any of y'all twins? Anyone here? A few? Okay, most people think that this means the peace sign, but actually it means there's two of us. So twins should spread that around. Anyway, I am so excited to be with all of you today, and I'm really bursting. Congratulations, students of the Rockford University class of 2017. I'm honored to be with you, and I have come loaded with many important and inspiring ideas to impart. But hey, if you're not listening, no hard feelings. If you're anything like me, you may not remember a single word of this, or who even delivered this address. In fact, when I was asked to give the commencement speech, I realized I'd even forgotten who spoke to my graduating class in 2004. I felt guilty about this, so yesterday I Googled it. It turns out it was Ken Burns. Mr. Burns, I am really sorry. You're practically an American institution, one of the most distinguished and influential filmmakers ever. It was a true honor to listen to you speak, even if I wasn't listening. I swear it was not personal. I'm sure that you were fascinating. My mind was just somewhere else that day. I had shut everything out and was just thinking about the moment I was in. It is the kind of moment I love, one of those wonderful, delicious, in-between spaces in life at which you know where you've been, but you're not really sure where you're going next. For many, this can be an uncomfortable feeling, but I realized during my own graduation ceremony, it is a sensation that I crave and want to experience again and again. That teetering and wonderfully frightening feeling you get right before you jump into something new and unknown, when it feels like anything is possible. 13 years ago, I'm sad to admit, I was you. I was sitting in my cap and gown for the last time with my entire class, with all of the friends that I had made over my 4 years in school. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't going to be a student. I wasn't going to live off of a block schedule telling me where I had to be at 10 a.m. or when my next paper was due. Instead, my mornings would begin a lot earlier, and I would have to figure out the arrangement of my life without the aid of the provost's office. And what I didn't fully appreciate, however, on that Monday morning in May 2004, was that my education wasn't over. In fact, in many ways, it was just beginning. A man named John Adams, who all of you know was the second president of the United States and a leader for the movement for American independence, once said, "There are two educations. One should teach us how to make a living, and the other should teach us how to live." Today, in a few minutes with your diplomas in hand, you have gone a long way toward completing your first education. But the second one, the how to live part, is every bit as important. And in many ways, it's far more challenging. In fact, learning how to live and how to love while doing so can alter even the best laid educational plans. By my own junior year, I was pretty certain I had my life figured out. Growing up, I was very creative. I was the kid that was always drawing. I was always making things. I was going to be an architect. I knew it. Everyone knew it. And so I was an architecture major who loved design, and I had a really great summer internship with a New York design firm the summer of my junior year. And then, as Dr. Fulcomer mentioned, I took 2 weeks off from work. That summer, I had the rare opportunity to travel to Uganda with my parents to watch the launch of the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, which, by the way, if any of you, and I hope all of you do, pay taxes, you are responsible for this US policy. At the time, if you were living on the continent of Africa and you had AIDS, you couldn't get the drugs that you needed to live. They were just not made available there. Flash forward, 10 million people are alive because of that, and you're all responsible, so I just hope you know that. But luckily for me, and just to call it out, my dad was president, so I got to travel on this trip. And nothing could have prepared me for what we saw. When we landed, there were hundreds of people waiting in the street for drugs that had been readily available in the United States for years. life-saving medicine, medicine that would stall the progression of this otherwise deadly disease, HIV. And for me, as a very idealistic 21-year-old, I could not wrap my mind around this. I could not stand the lack of justice that drugs existed in the world, but if you were poor, you could not have them. And I vividly remember stopping in a clinic with my own mother, and she and I were standing there talking to another mother, a Ugandan mother that had brought her daughter with her, and she had dressed her up in her fanciest white and lavender dress. And her daughter was too sick to stand, so she was laying down. And I just started making small talk with the mother, and I said, you know, your daughter is so beautiful. Is she 3 years old? And the mom laughed, and she said, no, she's 7. She's not little because she's young. She's little because she's sick. And her mother had dressed her up in her most beautiful dress, even though she likely didn't live much longer. And I thought of my own mother and all the times she had dressed me up, and how lucky I was, and how lucky my friends were, and how lucky all of us are, simply because of where we have been born. Across the world, so many people's lives, like that little girl's, are limited and cut short because of a lack of resources, because they are born at the wrong place at the wrong time. And so as much as we may want to believe that health is a human right, the world that we live in is not yet there. But along with these hard images and hard conversations that I participated in, I saw something else. I saw healthcare workers, I saw students, community members, family members stepping up to change the status quo, and they believed in a better future. And they believed that through their work, they could change the future for the better, one person at a time. So as cliche as it is, I never thought that one trip with my parents would change my own life, but it did. I went back to school, I dropped the architecture major. I majored in humanities. Is anyone here majoring in humanities? Is that a major here? No? Well, all you get asked when you major in humanities is, so what are you gonna do with that degree? And I figured it out. I ended up moving to South Africa and working for Red Cross Children's Hospital, and then I moved to Botswana to work with UNICEF. And though my plans had changed, I was not designing buildings or furniture or dresses. I was now designing a career in global health and service. And I was living in that feeling of the in-between. I wasn't sure where my career would go, but I knew that service was what motivated me. Each generation has a buzzword, and for yours, and I'm gonna claim that I'm part of your generation, I am at the very tip of the millennial generation. For yours, the concept is engagement. We may and do change jobs and careers and cities and educational majors, but most of us do not change our commitment to our ideals, a truth that is exemplified by the community sitting here today and your commitment to service. John Adams, more than 200 years ago, is like us. We are committed to our second education, to learning how to live. So as was mentioned, in 2008, I found myself connected to 4 strangers through a conference that UNAIDS and Google was hosting about the future of AIDS. The idea was, could we have an AIDS-free generation in our lifetime? These 4 strangers and I were 5 idealistic 20-somethings motivated by one shared belief, and that is the belief that great ideas don't change the world, great people change the world. So several weeks later, these 4 guys that I'd never met and I teamed up and we started Global Health Corps, which is an organization I now run. And we have one very ambitious goal, and that is to build the next generation of global health leaders and problem solvers. For us, we believe that the most powerful lever for change is leadership. In health, we have the solutions. We have the drugs, the medicines, the technologies, the education that we need to keep people alive, and yet millions of people die every year. And so we see great leaders and great talent as a solution. And we specifically work with young leaders. Everyone is 30 and under, because we find that younger people bring a different lens to solving problems. So that's what we do. Every day we competitively recruit young leaders who work with us for a year, serving within very difficult healthcare systems while simultaneously going through our curriculum focused on policy change and advocacy. So that in 10 years, we will have thousands of young people infiltrating systems with a shared vision for what health can look like so that people can live dignified lives. When we launched 7 years ago, we had 2 staff members, including myself, and 22 inaugural fellows. Since then, we've grown by 600%. We work in 5 countries in the United States and then in East and Southern Africa. And this past year, we received nearly 13,000 applications for 140 positions. So needless to say, we're attracting really dynamic, creative young talent. Our fellows, some of them look like what you think a global health worker would look like, but many of them look like who's sitting in this room. The almost 1,000 young leaders we've worked with are writers and architects, economists. 2 of them have randomly won African Grammys, and they have given TED Talks, and 95% of them continue to work in global health after they complete their year with us, which means we're building a talent pool for a field that needs more solutions. When we were in high school, my sister and I begged our dad not to run for president. He did, though, in fact, run for president. And without his time in office, I never would have traveled and seen the world through his eyes, learning about HIV/AIDS up close. Without that trip, I never would have rewritten my college and post-college plans. And without those experiences, I would not have ended up in New York with a group of strangers and in a matter of weeks starting a global health nonprofit now made up of almost 1,000 dynamic young change makers. Today, I owe much of my life to the things I didn't plan, didn't expect, or really didn't even want to happen. The most transformative events of not just my life, but in so many lives have not been the carefully executed projects or the well-selected class schedule. Instead, they are the moments when you're standing before the unknown. That's my story, and there's a good chance that that's your story. And it is certainly the story of Amit Salvi, who is one of our very first Global Health Corps fellows. I met Amit when he was 26 years old. He was a recent engineering grad from UC Berkeley, and he was working for the Gap. He would not have considered himself a global health leader at that time, by the way. And what he was specifically doing was working on the Gap supply chain. So he was making sure that Gap jeans and t-shirts got from warehouses into Gap stores across the country. He had been a big social justice advocate, so he applied to Global Health Corps, got accepted, and a few months later, he was living in Tanzania. And the problem that he was addressing is that 40% of the time, if you go to the doctor or a pharmacy, the drug that you need does not exist. It's not there, which means that something that is totally treatable turns into a death sentence. And so Amit joined Global Health Corps, and all of a sudden he was doing the same exact thing that he had been doing for Gap customers, except this time he was moving life-saving medication from warehouses into clinics, and more importantly, into the hands of the patients that need them most. Amit took a chance on us, and we took a chance on him. And he proved that this skill set that he had gained in another field had a huge, I would argue, a bigger impact outside of retail and in the field of global health. And he continues to work in this space. He moved to Kenya to work there, and he is now one of the courageous folks that you've read about in Time magazine that moved to West Africa to halt the spread of Ebola. The story is also the same of Regina and Amelie, 2 of our Global Health Corps fellows who are architects. Regina is American and Amelie is Rwandan. And both of these girls, when they were sitting in your position, were graduating with architecture degrees. And what they're doing now with that education is working on tuberculosis. So in Rwanda, 1/3 of people contract TB. And for those of you that don't know, tuberculosis is airborne, which means that if one person in this room has tuberculosis, all of us are exposed to it. So you can imagine what that means when someone is not feeling good, they go to a health clinic, they find out that they have TB. That means anyone else there seeking care has now been exposed to it. So Amelie and Regina have used their design skills to figure out inexpensive ways to change the way that air flows throughout health centers so that infectious diseases that are airborne, like tuberculosis, will not spread to everyone that walks through the door. They've been so successful at dropping the incidence of TB that the changes they've created are now being rolled out in all new health plans throughout Rwanda. So these 2 are still practicing architects, except this time their clients are the patients that enter any health center in Rwanda. Amit, Regina, and Amelie are great examples of young professionals who applied their education and skills to provide life-saving services to others, giving others a chance to really live. And all of you sitting here today will be a leader and are, by the way, you already are a leader, like Amit, Regina, and Amelie in a field of your choosing. Every individual talent can make an impact on the world because whether the challenge is education, global health, Zika, the water supply in Flint, or something else entirely, that challenge is going to be solved not by a smartphone, but by a smart, creative human being that cares. And that is each of you. We're all problem solvers, and it's important to remember that we can be patient problem solvers. We may be problem-solving leaders at age 25 or 30, or also at age 50 or 60. Whenever I forget that, all I have to do is look at my own mother, who began her career as a teacher and a librarian. I don't know how many of you have a librarian for a mother, but sometimes it seemed the excitement would never end. She loved libraries so much that our childhood cat was named Dewey after the Dewey Decimal System. But my mother never wanted a life in the spotlight, nor did she ever want to leave Midland, Texas. And when she married my dad, the one promise he made to her was that she would never have to make a speech. Today, she's given more speeches than any of us combined. And my mom proves that you can be a problem-solving leader well into your life. She has figured out how to use her voice to champion issues from heart disease to women's health to human rights and women's rights in Burma and Afghanistan. And she reminds me that we all have long lives and many years to find and follow our passions. And those passions will change, and that is why life is so fun. We don't even know what we're going to be working on in 10 years. So this graduation day, I encourage you to be open to realizing that it's okay to take a different direction, be open to changing careers, be open to the stranger at a conference who happens to sit down next to you, be open to that delicious, anxious feeling of the unknown, be open to the idea of the love of your life being a small, nameless girl in a purple and white dress in Uganda, because she may start you down a path and on a journey that you could never have imagined. Make a living, but also, as President Adams suggested, make a life. And if you leave with nothing else, just leave remembering your graduation speaker. So congratulations to each of you, and huge congratulations to your family and friends that have supported you on reaching the milestone of completing your first education. I wish all of you joy and success as you go forth to embrace your second education. Thank you for having me today. Congratulations.
A new world whispers in the shadows. Time to fly, time to fly.
One moment, the moment before it all becomes clear. In that one moment, you start to believe there's nothing to fear. It's about 1 second, and just when you're on the verge of success, the sky starts to change and the wind starts to blow, and oh, you're suddenly a stranger. There's no explaining where you stand, and you didn't know that you sometimes have to go round an unexpected bend, and the road will end in a new world.
one moment, that moment you think you know where you stand, and that one moment, the things that you're sure of slip from your hand, and you got 1 second to try to think clear, to try to stand tall, but nothing's the same, and the wind starts to blow. And oh, you're suddenly a stranger in some completely different land. And you thought you knew, but you didn't have a clue that the surface sometimes cracks to reveal the tracks to a new world. Nobody told you the best ways to when the wind starts to then you might be just beyond the mountains, waiting there, waiting there. A new world shattering the silence. It's a new world I'm afraid to see. A new world louder every moment. Fall to me, fall to me. A new world rolls across the ocean, rolls across the sky.
Rockford University is one of 11 institutions in the state of Illinois that houses a Phi Beta Kappa chapter and one of only 286 chapters in the country. The prestigious Phi Beta Kappa Society, the nation's oldest and largest academic honors society, was founded on December 5th, 1776, by 5 students at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. Since then, Phi Beta Kappa has evolved to become the nation's leading advocate for the liberal arts and sciences at the undergraduate level. The Society's distinctive emblem, a golden key, is widely recognized as a symbol of academic achievement. Our Rockford University chapter was started under the presidency of Mary Ashby Cheek in 1953. Each year, we recognize the Phi Beta Kappa member who has the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient of the 2017 Phi Beta Kappa Prize is Kylie Baer.
At this time, I would like to call upon Bern Sunstedt, alumnus from the class of 1977 and Vice President for Institutional Advancement, to come forward to offer a greeting to the graduates. Vice President Sunstedt.
Good afternoon, and thank you, President Fulcomer. This is a beautiful day. It is my privilege to offer greetings and congratulations on behalf of the Alumni Association, an organization comprised of more than 15,000 purple people from around the world, many of whom are in attendance this afternoon, some of whom are graduating from Rockford University for the second time. The legacy of achievement shaped by members of the association is well documented, from a Nobel laureate to pioneers in social work and medicine, to teachers of the year, from inventors of modern technologies to entrepreneurs, to leaders of corporations and nonprofits, mothers, fathers, uncles, aunts, ordinary and extraordinary individuals who, through their actions, change the lives of those with whom they come in contact and therefore make widely known the reputation and excellence of Rockford University. They are the faceless individuals who in thought, word, and deed have assisted you during your time here through their contributions of time, talent, and treasure. I challenge you to join with them in the coming years, to help support the succeeding generations of students with an even greater commitment. I invite you to stay active in alumni affairs. Look for ways to remain connected to the university and each other, because after all, it is the people who make the university. This is something that will become more important to you as your time away from RU and each other increases. Just make sure we have your current email address. In a few minutes, you will receive your diploma. You will then cross the stage to receive from me a simple yet durable purple embroidered luggage tag. Compliments of the Alumni Association. It is actually kind of classy, and not in a Ron Burgundy kind of way. It is our hope that as you use it in the coming years and as it finds its rightful place in only the best airport luggage carousels around the world, that you will increasingly see your face reflected in the legacy it represents. Congratulations, and we'll see you at this year's reunion at Homecoming, October 13 and 14.
It is now my great pleasure to present the 2017 candidates for degrees. Candidates, you can applaud. Candidates, on behalf of the faculty, I congratulate each of you on the successful completion of your program of formal study. May you continue to build upon the record of achievement that has brought you here today, guided always by the knowledge and values imparted to you by the faculty and staff at Rockford University. As you cross the stage, you'll be congratulated by Board of Trustees Chair Keeling and President Fulcomer. As you exit the stage, Vice President Sunstead will present you with a gift from the Alumni Association and greet you as the newest alumni of Rockford University. And by the way, I hope you use that luggage tag to travel to Uganda. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, please rise and come forward. Kylie Ellen Eileen Michaela Bear. Kirsten Noel Bell. Caitlin Olivia Brown. Katie Noreen Clark, English, Creative Writing, cum laude. Stephanie Ennis, English, Creative Writing, magna cum laude. Elena Natchez Fleming, Theater Arts. Chelsea C. Gallivan, Dance, summa cum laude. Colton Christopher Magnuson, Accounting. Lucas James Marchini, English Creative Writing. McLeish Scholar. Griselda Ruby Mendoza, Physical Education, Sports Management. Amanda Joyce O'Neill, Political Science, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Ariana Drianne Saunders, History. James Sawtey, Physical Education, non-licensure. Britton Tyler Sievert, double major, Psychology and Spanish, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Angel Pablo Villafuerte, Spanish. Bachelor of Arts candidates, please remain standing. Dr. Fulcomer, for those candidates who have fulfilled all academic requirements after examination of their academic records and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the degree of Bachelors of Arts.
Upon the recommendation of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Rockford University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and responsibilities and privileges thereunto pertaining, and welcome you to the honorable company of educated men and women. Congratulations.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts, please rise and come forward. Mary Ruth Bridgeland, Theater, Acting Directing, Kuma, Sum Laude. Addison Marie Pine Clearwood, Theater, Musical Theater Performance, Acting, Directing, Summa Cum Laude. Courtney Rose Foshi, Theater, Musical Theater Performance. Haley Noel Foster, Art, Graphic Design, Summa Cum Laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Colin Thomas Harrison, Art 2D. Maya Pearl Hopkins, Theater, Acting Directing, cum laude. John Thomas Lynch, Art, Graphic Design, McLeish Scholar. Amelia Ray McPeak, Art 3D, summa cum laude. Brandon Michael Michaud, Theater, Musical Theater Performance, Acting Directing, magna cum laude. Natalie Jean Mork, Art 2D, cum laude. Ilea Michelle Pierce, Theater, Acting Directing, cum laude. Andrea Kathleen Schopp, Art, Graphic Design. Emily Grace Wick, Theater, Musical Theater Performance, magna cum laude. Sherry Marie Witz, Art 2D, summa cum laude. Michael Young, Art 2D, magna cum laude. Bachelor of Fine Arts candidates, please remain standing. Dr. Folkemer, for those candidates who have fulfilled all academic requirements, after examination of their records and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Upon the recommendation of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Rockford University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining, and welcome you to the honorable company of educated women and men. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise and come forward? It's really good. Amanda Danielle Amaquita, Early Childhood Education, magna cum laude. Brian Raimundo Amazaquita, Early Childhood Education, magna cum laude. Eduardo Andrade, Business Administration. Herberto Ariano, Mathematics, cum laude. Jose Natividad Artiega Jr., Physical Education, non-licensure, cum laude. Luke Edward Barajas, Business Administration, Management. Jessica Maureen Baxter, Early Childhood Education. Morgan Taylor Bell, double major, Anthropology, Sociology, Criminal Justice, and Psychology. Lisa Emily Blakely Snyder, Psychology, summa cum laude. William Kayembe Boa, Computer Science, Management, Information Systems, cum laude. Mercedes Renee Boykin, double major, Anthropology, Sociology, and Criminal Justice, and Psychology. Gary John Brennicke, Business Administration, Management. Ashley Jolene Brown, Biology, Cellular and Molecular, cum laude. Tanya Elizabeth Bryant, Accounting, magna cum laude. Brittany Mary Bura, Accounting, cum laude. Courtney Elizabeth Birchfield, Biochemistry, cum laude. Stephanie Nicole Bush, Human Development, Child and Adolescent. Dominique C. Campbell, Physical Education, non-licensure. Elizabeth Ann Campoli, Psychology. Bachita Mana Chanmatha, Business Administration, Management. Justin David Christensen, Business Administration, Management. Tyler Ray Clark, Physical Education, cum laude. Sarah Ann Combs, Early Childhood Education. Joshua A. Cooper, Physical Education. Zachary Savan Cooper, Physical Education. Amber Nicole Dargell, Physical Education, cum laude. Seth Earl Dasher, Physical Education, Sports Management. Daniel Curtis DeLauder, Business Administration, Management, summa cum laude. Mark Curtis DeLauder, Accounting, magna cum laude. Clayton Charles Duffy, Business Administration, Marketing, cum laude. Tamara Lynn Edwards, Business Administration, Management. Sierra Michelle Elliott, Psychology. Brandon Ray Erdman, Anthropology, Sociology, Criminal Justice. John Sager Finley, Political Science, magna cum laude. Molly E. Fischel, Early Childhood Education, non-licensure, McLeish Scholar. Megan C. Ford, Anthropology, Sociology, Pre-Social Work, magna cum laude. Caitlin Jo Fowler, Physical Education, non-licensure. Evan Charles Frantini, Business Administration, Management. Matthew Michael Galano, Physical Education, Sport Management. Allison Rose Guzinski, elementary education, cum laude. Mallory Renee Getzelman, biochemistry. Mitchell Russell Gorsuch, anthropology, sociology, criminal justice. Shannon Marie Gray, psychology. Matthew Hagan, physical education, sport management. Jessica Marie Heron, elementary education, cum laude. Ivy Gabrielle Hood, double major, economics, international economics, and international studies, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Tegan Taylor Humphrey, elementary education. Brooke Ann Joyner, business administration, management. Tiara Keach, elementary education, magna cum laude. Heather Leigh Kieran, psychology. Adrian Kukovic, biochemistry. Jessica Nicole Leek, human development, child and adult development. Lexi Lou Leuenberger, business administration, marketing. Shyla Nicole Livingston, business administration, management. Martine Marco, psychology. Cassandra N. Mary, early education, early childhood education. Laverne Michael McCurdy, accountant, or accounting. Sandra Renee McKiskey, biology, organismal biology. Jessica Mendoza, accounting. Alicia Lane Meyer, history. Anita Naz, business administration, management. John Thomas O'Brien, physical education, sport management. Kenneth Parks, mathematics. Marissa Ellen Pugh, anthropology, sociology, pre-social work. Albert Michael Piamonte, physical education, non-licensure. Alexander Stewart Pixler, chemistry, ACS. Jonathan Nathaniel Porter, physical education, non-licensure, cum laude. Alexander Charles Portis, history. Brendan Miles Rather, psychology, summa cum laude. William Augusto Rickard, business administration, cum laude. Ryan Paul Ripatello, physical education, non-licensure, cum laude. Elizabeth Marie Roberson, accounting, summa cum laude. Tracy Lynn Rolander, elementary education. Jocelyn Francisca Rosas, elementary education, magna cum laude. Taylor Daniela Rossi, human development, child and adolescent development. Jameson Philip Sari, history. Alexander Joseph Schleich, physical education, sports management. Megan Marie Schultz, accounting. Ryan M. Sheehan, anthropology, sociology, pre-social work, McLeish scholar. Irene Michelle Sims, psychology, cum laude. Devin Jacob Standard, mathematics, magna cum laude. Colby William Stigsel, business administration, management. Fernanda Tovar, psychology. Zachary James Wallace, political science, magna cum laude. Kim Teresa Walton Davis, human development, gerontology. Michael Samuel Watson, anthropology, sociology. Brooke Lee Welch, biology, organismal biology. Ping Ting Xu, economics. Peter A. Zumato, psychology, magna cum laude. Erin Rose Zarnick, history. Matus Bart Zawadski, human development, gerontology, cum laude. Bachelor of Science candidates, please remain standing. Dr. Folkemer, for those candidates who have fulfilled all academic requirements, after examination of their respective academic records and following the recommendation of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Upon the recommendation of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Rockford University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining, and welcome you to the honorable company of educated men and women. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Management Studies please rise and come forward? Natalia C. Ariza, Management Studies. Carla Sue Bitter, Management Studies. Rachel Ann Blitch, Management Studies. John Stephen Carlson, Management Studies, cum laude. Matthew Nicholas DeGenhart, Management Studies. Hazim Diab, Management Studies. April J. DiGiuseppe, Management Studies. It is a tradition at Rockford University that a degree candidate may receive his or her diploma from an employee or trustee of the university who is a relative. Helping present Tracy's diploma is her husband, Jim Egan, adjunct instructor. Tracy C. Egan, Management Studies, magna cum laude, and a veteran. Alyssa Marie Fisher, Management Studies, cum laude. Anna Melissa Gutierrez, Management Studies. Janisha D. Ingram, Management Studies. Casey Danielle Jackson, Management Studies. Brian Charles Canepa, Management Studies, magna cum laude. Florence E. Cabillas, Management Studies, cum laude. Julia Marie Matkovich, Management Studies. Sarah Lynn Neighbor, Management Studies, McLeish Scholar. Amy Sue Paulson, Management Studies. Erin Pearson, Management Studies, magna cum laude. Denise Pearson, Management Studies. Delia Rico, Management Studies. Theodore Kevin Rately, Management Studies, cum laude, and a veteran. Umru Sally Unsendich, Management Studies. Stephen Mitchell Waugh, Management Studies. Samantha Nicole Wenk, Management Studies. Tamara Woodrow, Management Studies. Bachelor of Science in Management Studies candidates, please remain standing. Dr. Folkemer, for those candidates who have fulfilled all academic requirements after examination of their respective academic records and following the recommendation of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the degree Bachelor of Science in Management Studies.
Upon the recommendation of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Rockford University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Management Studies with all of the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining, and welcome you to the honorable company of educated men and women. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing please rise and come forward? Taylor Marie Adams, nursing. Caitlin Marguerite Anderson, nursing, magna cum laude. Reagan Elizabeth Apgar, nursing. Heather Erin Bell, nursing. Talaya Madden Benitez, I did that one wrong, Benitez, nursing. Samantha Michelle Bozarth, nursing. Jennifer Ann Catterson, nursing. Haley Jean Cook, nursing, cum laude. Jonalyn Crouch, nursing. Rachel Kristen Denton, nursing. Penny Sue Edwards, nursing. Christopher Peter Italis, nursing, McLeish Scholar. Peter O. Easy Agalu, nursing. Hallie Joanna Franco, nursing. Maria Elena Garcia Martinez, nursing. Summer Lynn Gavers, nursing, cum laude. Rebecca Renee Gieser, nursing, McLeish Scholar. Jamie Lee Gent, nursing. Kayla Mary Glickenberg, nursing. Dana Catherine Jan, nursing. Brittany Nicole Julin, nursing. Nicole Lynn Leeser, nursing, summa cum laude. Corey Craig LaGrosse, nursing. Felicia Marie Martinez, nursing. Katerina Marie Matsakis, nursing, cum laude. Timothy Todd Michelson, nursing, cum laude. Amy L. Miller, nursing, cum laude, magna cum laude. Alexandra Lee Moore, nursing. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Peace Ramsey Niga, nursing. Rachel Luann Appold, nursing. Bibi Pote Bopa, nursing. Hannah Catherine Breyer, nursing. Tyler James Rafferty, nursing. Wendy Jo Sennett, nursing. Taylor Marie Sutherland, nursing. Maricela Swindle, nursing. Julie Nicole Taylor, nursing. Sandra Tresbunia, nursing. Angel Pablo Villafuerte, nursing, second degree. Emma Claire Wallman, nursing, cum laude. Chloe Lorraine Whitman, nursing. Marihav Ziba, nursing. Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates, please remain standing. Dr. Folkemer, for those candidates who have fulfilled all academic requirements, after examination of their respective academic records and upon recommendation of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Upon the recommendation of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Rockford University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining, and welcome you to the honorable company of educated women and men. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching please rise and come forward? Hannah Fiaza Bershing, Elementary Education. Catherine Ann Klopp, Secondary Education. James David Jakowski, Elementary Education. Bradley Douglas Lawman, Elementary Education. Andrea Lynn Lomas, Education. Nicole Marie Morris, Elementary Education. Erica Ruth Oglesby, Early Childhood Education. Jenna Marie Schuster, Education. Nicole M. Sukala, Education. Christopher James Shank, Secondary Education. Sarah Lynn Streed, Elementary Education. Edward John Tatera Jr., Secondary Education. Luya Wong, Education. Masters of Arts in Teaching candidates, please remain standing. Dr. Folkemer, for those candidates who have fulfilled all academic requirements after examination of their respective academic records and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the degree Master of Arts in Teaching.
Upon the recommendation of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Rockford University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Arts in Teaching with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration please rise and come forward? Dennis Bahar. Brooke Marie Bianchi, Business Administration. Kylie J. Berger, Business Administration. Annette Helen DeYoung, Business Administration. Terrence Terrell Foreman, Business Administration. Scott Allen Glawi, Business Administration, Project Management. Jinsing Gua, Business Administration. Natalie Colleen Herbert, Business Administration. Janice Lynn Holton, Business Administration. David Lee Jones, Business Administration. Ryan P. Kilgore, Business Administration. Andrew C. Bobishka, Business Administration, Project Management. Anna Kulanen, Business Administration. Kelsey Denise Mark, Business Administration. Christina Alana Maragu, Business Administration. Rodney Allen Myers, Business Administration. Adrian Apollo Orat, Business Administration. Sometimes you don't recognize people in different outfits. Alan Joshua Patterson. Maria Araceli Perez, Business Administration. Chad Elliott Pickens, Business Administration. Kyle Stephen Saunders, Business Administration. Christopher Marie Scorlini, Business Administration. Gary Allen Stacy Jr., Business Administration, Finance, and a veteran. Quandrick Dane Sumler, Business Administration. Ahmed Zidia, Business Administration. Master of Business Administration candidates, please remain standing. Dr. Folkemer, for those candidates who have fulfilled all academic requirements after examination of the respective academic records and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the degree Master of Business Administration.
Upon the recommendation of the university faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Rockford University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Business Administration with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to introduce Student Government Association Senior Senator Morgan Bell, who will Morgan will present a message on behalf of our graduates today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Morgan Bell.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Dr. Holovan. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Yeah. Graduates, several years ago, we started on our journey, and now looking out, I'm glad to see that the team is all here now. On behalf of us today, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you to the families, the friends, the staff, the faculty, and guests of honor whom join us on this graduation day. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to Google Coffee and Muriel Harris, I'm sorry, this is really emotional. The creator of Purdue Owl. I also Googled that as well. Being students here at Rockford University, let alone in the United States of America, we've come to understand that we live in a land of opportunity, a land where we have been given the opportunity of an education, and along our way, we have learned that we have the choice to either stand up or stand down. Here at Rockford University, due to our hard work and help from the individuals sitting before you and behind you, we have all earned our degrees today. Throughout our journey, we have lived through a multitude of changes within ourselves and within our country. We have fought the good fight, graduates, and now we face even more challenges, even more choices along our way. And to those who tell us that we are just lucky millennials, that our majors are part of a die in academia, that police brutality, the deportation of immigrants, racism, violence are problems that we shouldn't be worried about or problems that we can't influence or fix, let's get to work. Thank you. Thank you. Let's grow and use our education to keep fighting that good fight. As we start our journey beyond today, let us not be afraid to be that full package. Let us strive for that seat at Rockford University that encompasses the seat of an opportunity and success. Graduates, it is time out for excuses and time in for execution. We're no longer playing in the middle. It is time for us to go out and stand up for truly what is right and what we believe in, and continue to make our country great again and again. Thank you all for your part in my journey. Here's to us, my fellow graduates, who have become my friends, my mentors, my soccer teammates, and my family. Here's to us chasing our dreams in the cutest pair of shoes that we own. Congratulations, class of 2017. We did it! All right, guys, and now's the moment we've all been waiting for. Would all graduates please stand? Perfect. For those who have just received their undergraduate degrees, please join me by moving your tassel from the right side to the left side. Graduates, please remain standing for the benediction given by Professor Sharp. Thank you.
As we close our time together, let us pray. Source of all love and all life, we ask you to bless our graduates with wisdom, love, and faith. Foster in their hearts an ever-deepening respect for all your creation. Give them a quick concern for their neighbor while understanding that service is the key to a meaningful life. May they have the courage to look deeply and honestly into the hearts of others, for that is where they will find the highest good. May they learn to risk the kind of love that brings life into this world. Divine Creator, keep them focused on making a life rather than a living, so that throughout their life's journey, the depth of their character will be measured by the size of their hearts. And may the God of many names bless you now and always. Amen.
Thank you, Professor Sharp. It is now time to formally, graduates, you can be seated. It is now time to formally conclude our celebration with two unique and time-honored traditions, our bell and our song. This bell first belonged to Rockford Female Seminary's first president, Anna Peck Sill, who would walk the halls of the campus and ring the bell at the beginning and end of each school day. Her spirit is still with us as her bell and her tradition has carried on since our very beginnings. Today, we carry on Anna Peck Sill's tradition and ring this bell, not only when students enter as first-year students at orientation, but also to close this chapter in their lives, transition from Rockford University students to Rockford University alumni. Now some comments to the class of 2017. We are tremendously proud of you and will watch with great anticipation as you commence your lives in this world as graduates of Rockford University. You're being seated was short-lived. Graduates, would you please stand and face the audience? Family and friends, I present to you the class of 2017. Graduates, you can turn around, but please remain standing. On behalf of the trustees, faculty, administrators, and staff, I invite you all to a reception in honor of our graduates immediately following today's ceremony in the lobby of the Coronado. And now for the singing of our institutional song. Professor Tim Adams, will you please lead us in the singing of the Decus? Guests, please stand at this time and remain standing as the graduates recess out of the auditorium.
Our strong bond shall ne'er be broken, formed at dear are you. Take we now a pledge unspoken, to thee will be true. Rockford Decus et Veritas, deep graven on each heart, will be fond, unwavering, true, till we from life must part. Thank you.
Thank you.